Hey guys, welcome to Walkthrough Wednesday. Today we have the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle deck. Remember to stay tuned after the walkthrough for our mid-week reading, and I'll see you on the flip side. Alright guys, let's check out the Light Gray Art Labs Cosmos Tarot and Oracle deck. This is a deck that was composed by 100 different artists, so each and every card is from a different artist. The box is really nice. It's large. It's this matte finish with some gilding on the front, but it is a little difficult to open. You can see it's set up in 3 different spaces, so you can put your deck. You have to cut the tarot deck, and then you put the oracle deck on the other side because it's just not big enough to fit the whole one on one side. But it also has a place for the guidebook. Not very practical, but really pretty. As far as the guidebook, it's actually really nice. Again, you got a full color front and back. I did add tabs to mine that just kind of go where like the major fire water is, just so I could find it easier. Inside, it is black and white. What I do like is that each entry, each card has the story of its star counterpart. So I thought that was really neat. It's got quite a few spreads in the back. Honestly, I haven't done the spreads, but I plan on doing them this month. That way I can see how they are and maybe post them on my Instagram, give some feedback there. But let's go ahead and dive into the oracle first. So while the tarot is the constellations, the oracle goes over the planetary bodies. So we have the sun and moon, the planets, wormholes, black holes, things like that. There are gold gilding on the cards as an accent for these. So it makes it really beautiful. There are only 22 cards, so it's really a tiny oracle. It's really just a companion, but you can use it alone or with the deck itself, which I like to do. I like to mix it all together. But that's it for those. My favorites are going to be the wormhole, because I love the idea of her with those headphones on, kind of in her own space, in her own world. And dark matter, because it looks straight out of a fairy tale. Like, I want to live in this card, in that sun. I love it. On to the tarot deck. See, look at this. I was able to get it closer. I need to step up my game. The tarot deck is going to be the constellations, like I said. So what you're going to get is the name of the constellation that they're depicting. The constellation is going to be in this pretty gilding in the middle of the card. And then you're going to get some keywords. The suits are different. Air, earth, fire, water versus the cups and pentacles like we're used to. I'm going to dive right into my love-hate relationship with this deck. I've had this for a few years. At first, I got it and I was like, oh, it's like a Rider-Waite. So I tried to read it that way, and it's definitely not. The keywords sort of flow with the Rider-Waite idea, but it's just a bit disjointed because each and every card is done by a different artist. You get a beautiful depiction individually, but sometimes when you lay out a spread, it's just almost jarring. It just feels like there's, I don't know, like you took a card from 20 different decks and kind of put it in and tried to make it cohesive, and you just can't. They're beautiful in their own right. Like I said, it's a great idea, the concept of, corresponding the stories of the cosmos and the constellations with each card is genius, but the execution with the artwork is just not always on point. So I don't use this so much as a tarot, but more as an oracle. So that's kind of my views on it. Lovely, but disjointed. Here's just a close-up view. You can see the gilding. You can see the artist name at the bottom with the keywords and stuff. The cardstock itself, really thin. Very, very shiny. There is gold gilding, but you guys, not sticky at all. I never had a problem with my cards sticking. The size is basically the same as a standard Rider-Waite. They are easy to bend. I wanted you to hear that. Like, they really are. They're smooth, and because they're so thin, they're easy to bend and then push up to make that bridge. Now, them being so shiny, they do slip around. So if you go to set them down, they move a lot. But they're great for overhand. They're great for any kind of shuffling. On to my favorites. My major arcana is the Lovers. So this is the constellation of Cancer. It is my favorite because A, I am a Cancer. That's not really why I chose it, but just little side note. The colors in this one just give me life. I love the love that it shows for the girl and the creature. For my court card, I chose the Queen of Fire, which is Cassiopeia. I love the story. I love the way that it looks. It makes it look like this like giant woman and child into the ocean. But the last one, my minor arcana, is the Ten of Air, and I hope you can see this well. It is Medusa sitting down. There is a knife to her neck. The look on her face, the beauty that radiates from this card, it's really worth 1,000 words. I'm incredibly disappointed because I filmed this and then went to edit it all together and realized I didn't press record. Facepalm. I'm recording now though. Okay, so what I did was so now I have to go back through and pull out what I did. Okay, so what I wanted to say to you guys was I also wanted to add 2 cards for the most disliked of the deck. Because like I said, some of it feels very disjointed. These 2, they're kind of like eyesores. I do not like them coming up in a spread because it's just like, oof. And that is the Page of Earth, which is Canis Minor. It says underdog, overlooked talent, and unglorified action. And it just doesn't go with anything. It looks terrible. I don't like it. I don't like it. I would love to just take it out of the deck. I have no need for it. I just feel like it's one of those like sore thumbs. You can even see there are so many different kinds, like the ones that they chose to put on. There's so many different styles, but they are all somehow a little cohesive. And that one is just like, what are you doing? I'm sorry, it was really close to you. I feel like this light is a little too much. Whatever. I look a little shiny. I have some glitter right there. Glitter. Anyway, the second one is just extra, y'all. And that's this one. This is the 3 of Water. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Monoceros. Allure, purity, confidence, and appreciation for another. And this unicorn is just, I don't know, it just doesn't flow with me. I think it's funny because it's like that, I don't know, I call it that Olin Mills look where it's like a face and then like a face on the side. You know, those old 80s portraits, and I think it's hilarious. I think it's super funny. But I just don't, I'm not feeling it as a card. So I just kind of have to say that. Then I pulled us 3 cards. I pulled us 1 from the tarot and 2 came out from the oracle. And what I asked about, I kind of flipped through here and I looked in the card spreads and I just kind of looked at their like little keywords at the top, and I saw here, where's it at? Self-reflection. That's it. So I asked, how could we kind of self-reflect to end out the week and what that can help us with. And what I got here was the King of Air, which is Lynx. I have Mercury. And I have Saturn. Okay. I'll go ahead and read you the keywords and then I'll get into the reading. We have silent observation, subtleties, opportune timing, business, sales, and promises, and then transition, responsibility, and adjustment. But what really came out to me in this like silent observation really stuck out. But if you look at all three of these cards, there is this theme of tangled. There are these ribbons that come around everywhere. And what I feel for this, I was like, what I felt for this, like I feel strange because I always just like pull them, read them, film it, done. So it's weird to have to like, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm not because I didn't film. Anyway, so you have all these tangles, everything is tangled together. And I feel like a lot of that are just these promises and plans that we make with ourselves, within ourselves, that normally we won't even vocalize. We just like create a plan and we're like, this is what we're gonna do, and then we tie all these knots. You're like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and then we don't get it done because it's not possible. We're not 10,000 people, we're one person, right? And so we get all these tangled knots and then we feel terrible about it. What am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna make more plans and I'm gonna make them better and I'm gonna do them this time. And then you tangle yourself up even more and you never stop to be like, you know, maybe this is too much. Maybe this is unrealistic. Maybe I need to take it just a little slower, right? So I talked about it in my previous video about like how I want, or like I feel like February is like just in this flow. For whatever reason, February feels like that. And I feel like it, especially like start now, man, like just keep going through. Take the time in February and the rest of the week for sure to just like sit there and just unknot these things, right? You know what? If I can't do the laundry today, it'll be there tomorrow. Like I don't have to stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning just so I can make sure I get it done. Do you know what I mean? Just untangle that. Listen, I'm one person. It will still get done, but it might not get done today. You know, untie that knot of like, I'm gonna work out every single day and I'm never gonna skip a day and it's gonna be for an hour and a half and I'm gonna get ripped. Like, okay, maybe I can work out 5 to 6 days a week. And maybe I'll just be more conscious. I'm probably not going to get ripped in the next 2 months. So maybe let's expand that goal as to making it a habit and a routine. Yeah? You know, like just slowly unravel. Give yourself some breathing room. This is too much. This is too much. Look at this. It's chaos. Look at this. It's chaos. Chaos. It's nothing but ties and around the neck and all through the woods. No. Unravel it. Relax. Okay? So I hope that helps. In any way, shape, or form. Take what resonates. Leave the rest behind. You guys, if you're looking to book a reading with me, I have some links below. I'm trying to get that up on my Etsy. That way it's like one-stop shop. You can just go to the Etsy and there's everything there, but I'll let you know when that happens. But right now you can book a reading below. You can find my Etsy, you can find my Instagram, you can find my email address. I have Patreon and Coffee, all kinds of stuff you can check out. So drop me some comments. Let me know what you think of this deck. I know I had a lot of like mixed reviews about it. So let me know what you think. Do you have it? Do you use it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? And I will be back very soon. So much love. Have a great rest of your week. Bye, guys.